You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lem. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm going to give you the rundown.
Investigators say there's evidence linking one accused killer of Charles Jones, also known as Foolio, to a previous attempt at killing him last year.
That investigators say that one of the gunmen involved in this case was found with shell casings related to an attempt to shoot and kill Jones last October. What's new in these court documents? Gathright was arrested during a traffic stop in Jacksonville, where investigators say officers found a Glock 9mm pistol, a rifle, and 9 spent rifle casings. Detectives say those spent casings matched 2 different shootings before Jones's death, a separate homicide in May and a shooting last October in what investigators say was an attempt to kill Jones then.
Do you think it was a paid hit?
I do. Because we don't know them people. Who are those people? Who is that girl? Who sent you? So, of course, I do.
Say, man, hey, man, it's OG Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And I had to come back and spin the YouTube block because I've been missing in action for a couple of days. And, you know, everybody knows that the Foolio case has kind of, quieted down. It's died down a little bit. But, a lot of people have been asking me about a few reactions that I missed. A couple of topics that are trending still, like with Foolio's mom saying in that Say Cheese interview that she feels like her son's murder was a paid hit. And now I didn't speak on that. It's a couple of things, like I said, I didn't speak on and react to as of yet, but we finna get back into it. So my whole thought on this is when she went to Facebook, she also gave a hint as to, she knows that there's some information that she's received that she's not, publicly, just coming out and confirming. But she did make a statement on Facebook in a post saying and hinting at, somebody, paid these hitters, these shooters to get at her son, Foolio. Now, Foolio's mom said she believes that Foolio didn't even know these people, right? And he would have no idea why they would be out to get him that night. And she also stated that she didn't even know these people or never heard of them before in her life. And who was the girl? And who sent her, right? And sent the other shooters for that fact. So here we have a situation where the mom is saying, in the interview, yes, she feels like her son was definitely targeted and it was a paid hit on his life, right? And a lot of people do feel like that, including myself, because you have one of the suspects, Sean Gatewright, right? He was also involved in a shooting previously before they actually took his life. And this was a shooting that occurred last year, right, in 2023. And so with that being said, why was he so adamant? Why was he so gung-ho on taking Foolio out to actually spin the block again the next year and actually take Foolio out, allegedly, right? And, with that being said, somebody had to send this guy again on this crash out dummy mission, because with all the evidence they have stacked against these fellas, right? At least that's what they're telling us, that they have all this, evidence that they're going to use to prosecute these guys. And, Alicia Andrews, the female that's involved in this whole ordeal as well, it's not looking too good for these suspects. And from the courtroom footage that they're showing us, Rashad Murphy is still not present in that footage. Why isn't he also available to be seen on camera, right, in that courtroom, as well as the other suspects, right? And we also know that Davion Murphy is still on the run as we speak, right? And, obviously he has a good hiding space, right? Because this guy here has not been apprehended as of yet. But as far as Rashad goes, many people are wondering, why isn't he, in that courtroom footage along with the other 3 suspects? And it's very suspicious to a lot of people. And, like I alluded to, in one of my videos, I said maybe he's still, getting the pressure put on him in the interrogation room. And maybe he's still answering questions and still under heavy questioning by the feds. So here we are wondering, why is Rashad Murphy still not present in court? And we know that, that warrant that he was picked up on concerning his driver's license, it shouldn't hold that much time in Jacksonville County Jail for him still not to have been transferred over to Tampa to get this, this court hearing process going on with him concerning this Foolio murder, right? So at the time, like I said, there's not much information coming out. But what we do know is Foolio's mom said she does believe that Charles Jones, her son Foolio, was targeted in a paid hit. Right now, she haven't came out and gave any, clues to who she think it might be or anything like that. And I don't think she will, because that would probably put her life in danger as well. But, just the simple fact that she even said that she believes it is. And when asked in the interview by Say Cheese, is this something that she knows for a fact there was a paid hit? She says, well, she believes it was a paid hit. It's something that she feels personally, right? So even without the evidence and her confirming it, this is just something that she believes actually happened to her son. With so many people speculating and dropping names on who they believe and who they think is involved, right? Implicating people into the murder and who paid for the hit on Foolio. No actual evidence is out as of yet, and law enforcement hasn't stated that any other suspects are wanted. But the mother did say that, she feels like more suspects will be arrested as well. So, this could be, along the lines of her saying that it was a paid hit and these other suspects are indeed the ones who probably, possibly, allegedly paid for the hit on Foolio. And as we know from all the diss songs that Foolio had out, before he passed away, Foolio had a lot of enemies. He made a lot of, people who was on bad terms with him before he actually died. So, many people are speculating who they believe put the hit out on Foolio, right? His top ops. But at the same time, like I said before, we can't actually be sure because the law enforcement agencies haven't named anybody as a suspect who would possibly, put a hit out on Foolio and want him dead, right? So, like I said, man, we're just sitting back waiting on more information. And I chose to speak on this topic of Foolio's mother posting on Facebook that, these people, these shooters were, paid somehow to take her son out, right? So y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. And until next time, this is OG Jucario TV. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spending with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button. And look, it's deep in the Buddha here, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.